Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. You're watching me, Helen. This is Stitch Rip Repeat and today is one of my Friday sews. So hopefully you already know because I've been doing these for quite a while now, but Friday Sews is a hashtag started by the lovely Jen of Today in Jen's Sewing Room. It's a way for sewing vloggers to be able to have a collective area for their weekly videos that they upload on Friday. So you search Friday Sews in YouTube and hopefully everybody's videos will pop up. So the Friday Sews concept is to do a weekly catch up on anything sewing related or even life related, and then we obviously film it on a Friday and upload it. I am hoping that I'll upload this today. I am recording it now at 3:30 in the afternoon because my husband has taken my children out for the afternoon, and so I thought I'd quickly pop on. So I'm hoping I get it edited and uploaded, so I won't be too long with this one today, and I will then hopefully get it loaded like I say today. If not, it will be a Friday Sews video on Saturday. The first thing I'm going to do, which I'm trying to make sure I keep in the habit of doing, is update you guys on my spends for the month. As you know, if you've been following me, I'm keeping a track so I have more of an idea. Now, when I started this at the beginning of the year, I thought it would curb my spending if I saw it written down, and we are now 3 months of me doing this, and no, so far it hasn't worked, but never mind. So I'll just give you a quick recap of what I've spent in the month of March. I know we're halfway through April, but I'm a bit behind. So my total spend on patterns and fabric and also printing, because if I get a PDF pattern, I do tend to send it away to the lovely people at Fabuloso, which I'm sure you know by now, for my printing. So obviously there's a cost involved. So for March, it was £242. I did say I wasn't going to spend too much in March with it being a big month, birthday, etc. But, you know, obviously I lied. No, I didn't lie. That was my intention, but it obviously went out the window. I'm keeping a track of April's already mounting up nicely there. So that's what my monthly spend was for March. I don't have any makes to show you today because I am doing my March makes. I know I've promised it for a while, but I am going to do my March makes in a separate video because I actually have 4 items, which if you follow me on Instagram, I'll put my handle there for you. I've already shared them on Instagram, but I haven't actually shared them on YouTube. This is one of them. This was my Sew Frugal 22 entry into the lovely Ruan and Sam's competition. So talking of which, that was the first thing I wanted to mention. Obviously, you've all heard by now about, I'm sure if you didn't even take part, as so many people did, the wonderful Instagram challenge, Sew Frugal 22. It was throughout the month of March, and it was to sew up a free pattern with fabric from your stash or from like bed sheets or curtains or things you've got that you can repurpose into a garment, and then to share them on the 31st of March. And there was a fantastic array of garments, and loads of people did more than one. I scraped this in at the last minute. I'm pretty sure I did this on the 30th or 31st of March. And that was my one and only entry, but it was a really fun competition, and I will talk more about this top in my March makes. But what I did want to say was that there were prizes. Now, these were all randomly generated. I actually was one of the ones who won a pattern from Love Notions. They gave away 10 copies of PDF patterns to 10 sewing vloggers who were one of the 70 odd vloggers that did our videos in the March challenge, to give you ideas. So hopefully you've already seen my Sew Frugal video. I'll probably link it below. It's done and dusted now, but you might be interested in wondering how I came up with this. And yeah, the lovely people at Love Notions, they gave away 10. So I believe like Ruan and Sam popped the names of everybody in a hat or whatever, and I was lucky enough to be picked. So I do like Love Notions. I am, as you know, currently making the Rhapsody blouse for a family member. And I've also got the Lincoln top, which they came out with recently, which I'm really looking forward to making up. I've got some fabric planned for that. So I had a good look through, and the problem I have with Love Notions was choosing, because there were lots and lots that I would have liked to chose. But I went with a blouse, and it is this ballad blouse, and it's got I think 5 options. I really like the fact it has, you can do shearing and you can do little ties, and I just think it's a really pretty blouse. So I am hoping to get it sewn up this month. I mean, I'm not holding myself to it, but if I do, it would be great, because the lovely Kristin over at the Dahlia Society has teamed up with, and I hope I get this right, I will correct myself on screen if I'm not, the Cloth Edit, I believe, and they did a sew a shirt, I think it was last year, and now this year on Instagram they're doing sew a blouse challenge. I'll find the proper hashtag and pop it on the screen, and I will also link it, as well as everything I talk about, in the description below, so you can go and check it out. So yeah, if I get a chance, I will sew up that ballad blouse and then enter it in the Instagram. If I don't get it in time, I'll just have a lovely blouse at the end. So that was one pattern. I was lucky then to also win a pattern in the Sew Yellow for Endo challenge that was also on Instagram. That one was run by the lovely Jess at So What If I Sew, and she was trying to raise awareness. She did it last year and she wanted to do it again for endometriosis and women's health and the care of women and their health in general. And it was a very good challenge. Lots of interesting facts came out. So do go check out the hashtag and see what you can see if you didn't already see it or get involved. I made up my lander pants, which are another item which will be in my March makes, because I'm not a yellow person. I find bright yellow doesn't really suit me, but this was more of a mustardy ochre kind of yellow, and I really liked that, and I entered my lander pants. That was revealed 26th of March over on Instagram, and I won a random prize on that one as well for another pattern, and this was for a Size Me Sewing pattern. Now, if you remember, in the Sew Frugal, they were giving away their Florence Boxy tee for you to sew up as your free pattern if you wanted. But I'd already had that pattern for a while. I purchased it myself. And I also have the Florence shirt. So I decided when I looked at the website to go for the Florence trousers. They're very wide, so I'm not 100% sure if they're going to really suit me, but I like the look of them. I think they look a really nice, stylish, sort of floaty, flared pair of trousers. And I chose that, and again, I've sent it away to be printed. So I'm quite excited to think about fabrics and to make that up. If you've made either the ballad blouse or the Florence trousers, I would love to hear how you got on, what you thought, what kind of fabrics you used, etc. So that was exciting for me in March, that I got a couple of patterns for free. I did also, as will be no surprise to you, I did also buy some fabric. So I'll just grab that. So the first fabric I got was the lovely Camilla, and she is over on Instagram, and she was doing a D-stash. And her Instagram is She's So Fabulous, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it is. Again, I'll pop it on the screen and down in the description below. She was destashing some of her fabrics, and she had this lovely, I think you'd call it I've seen it called either a whale corduroy or a jumbo cord. And it is in this really lovely, as you know, blue is my colour. So it's in this sort of powder blue colour. It's really lovely. And I can't remember how much I got. It was a D-stash, as I say. So my plan is, if I have enough of this, I was thinking a pair of Heyday dungarees, which, as you know, they're on my list to make with quite a few fabrics. If I don't have enough, the other thing that I was thinking of making, which is another pattern I've not made yet, is from Tilly's Make It Simple, one of my favourite sewing books. And it is the olive pinafore, and I'll just show you what that one looks like in the back here. It's this lovely sort of 60s or 70s style pinafore dress there. And I think, as you can see, that blue looks lovely, and it's very similar then to the blue in my cord, and I really like that one. I've been looking at it for a while. I like that it has these, I don't know if you'll be able to see, I might have to put in a photo, these snap fastenings down the front. I've actually got the exact same ones. I used them on the Tilly Eden jacket when I made that. So I want to make this, and it's got options. It's got some really great options. You can add pockets on the front like that, and then I really like, and it's a very simple design, but I like the little back waist tab that they show there. So yes, I'm hoping that that lovely destashed fabric will be either the Dungarees or the olive Pinafore. And then the other fabric I got was not very expensive at all. It's from the lovely people at Rooted. I've bought 2 or 3 fabrics from them before and I love their fabrics. This is a new collection that they did and it is called Free to Flow, and it had 3 different designs, which hopefully I'll pop a photo so you can see. I loved all of them, but this one, when they got it back from their printers, unfortunately had a printing error throughout, so they couldn't sell it at normal price. So they sold it at £1 per half metre, and it is a gorgeous, obviously I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see, but it's a tencel, I think it's called Lyo set. I'll pop it on the screen. It's a really lovely fabric, and I got this green with these gorgeous flowers, which, you know, that sort of ochre colour is very much in my colour palette at the moment, all over it. And honestly, for £6, well, just under £9 with postage, I've got 3 meters of this. Now, there are, like they say, obviously faults. I don't know how well it's going to show. There is things like, don't know if you'll be able to see, there's a white line going through there. And then if I look again, dashes of white. I don't know if you can see them, sort of, and that's sort of all throughout. Now, personally, doesn't bother me in the slightest. I was thinking a dress with a sort of large skirt that was either pleated or gathered. Nobody's ever going to see, and I don't care. Even if they do see that there's the occasional flaw in it, so what? This fabric is gorgeous. So for £6 for 3 meters, I absolutely love it. So like I say, I was thinking a dress originally. However, I am in 2 minds. I have just literally in the last few hours purchased a new pattern from the Friday Pattern Company. Without it in front of me, I cannot remember the name of it. I want to say Saguano set, something like that. Again, in the photo, hopefully, that I've put here, it's fabulous. It's got a top and a trousers in the set, and they were doing I think it was like 20% discount, so it was like £10 or £11 maybe for the set. I saw a reel by the lovely Paige Joanna. I believe she works for Friday Pattern Company in there. Media advertising as well, and she showed that she'd already made a number of versions of the tops and trousers and they look fabulous. So I instantly went over, bought it, downloaded it, sent it off for printing. Then I noticed in the fabrics that it suggested, one of the fabrics it suggested was tencel. So I'm hoping with 3 meters I might be able to use this for that top and trousers. Now again, it might be a bit much. It's you know, it's a bit full on. Originally I was thinking of a plain for the top and trousers, but let me know what you think. Do you think this in the top and trousers would look nice? I'm thinking it'd be quite nice if we do get a lovely summer down here for, I always say this every summer, swishing about down on the seafront here in Plymouth. If I don't do that, I will probably dig out one of my numerous double gauzes, because again, Paige's version, she had a most gorgeous double gauze. So yeah, less than £9 for 3 meters of this gorgeous fabrics. So I'm quite happy that I've only bought those 2 so far this month, because I think, you know, as you know, I'm not short on fabrics. I have been making tester patterns in the last few weeks, which unfortunately, because they're testers, I cannot show you. However, I have got a sneaky picture of one of them. And this one is going to be coming out 27th of April. So keep your eyes peeled on my Instagram account, because I will be showing my full version over there, and I will be linking to the new pattern so you can go and take a look. So that's going to be coming up, as I say, on 27th. This one I don't know of the date yet, because the testing period is not quite finished, and I am hoping to get a second version knocked up before the end of the tester version, but there's a very slim chance of that happening because it's Easter holidays, my husband and the kids are home, and so the likelihood of me getting much time. But I can show you not the finished product, but I am using this rather fabulous quilting cotton. And the reason I chose this to make the pattern in question is because of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee coming up in June, and I'm hoping we get nice weather and I will be able to wear my tester as the Jubilee weekend celebrations hopefully go on down here in Plymouth. As I said, I am hoping to do a second one, however the testing date is only in 4 days time is the end, so we'll see. Let me show you what fabric I'm thinking for it. So I know obviously as you don't know what the pattern is, me showing you fabric is a bit silly really, because you don't know what I'm planning to make it into, but hopefully all will be revealed. If I do not get it made by the end of the pattern testing time, I will still make it because I've wanted to use this fabric for a while, and I do think the shorter version of the pattern would look good. So it is this absolutely amazing needle cord with these cute little birds all over. Excuse the fluff, I've got dog hair I think all over this, so this will have to go in the wash again. Aren't these the cutest? They've got these birds all over it, and I don't know if you can see, but it is a very fine needle cord. So I've had this in my stash for quite a while now, so if I do get a chance to make that into the pattern I've been testing, then I will be showing that obviously once the pattern has been released. Okay, so that about wraps it up for my Friday sews for this week. If you've enjoyed, I'd love it if you could give me a little thumbs up. If, as always, you are not subscribed but you do enjoy my content, then I would love it if you could subscribe. Do please feel free to browse any of my older videos if you are just joining me, and if you're just joining me, welcome. I'm very glad you found my channel, and hopefully I'll have a video up again for you very soon. Until then, I will say cheerio, and I'll see you in my next video.